Bum-ba-da-dum! Howdy, welcome to BanjoBenClark.com. I am your host, Banjo Ben, here on the website where you can learn how to play banjo, mandolin, and guitar. Today, I'm here to proclaim, to tell it on the mountain, that Jesus Christ is born at Christmas time. I love Christmas time. It's my favorite time of the year. I love the version of this song. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start out with a really basic, down-the-neck solo for Go Tell It on the Mountain. But it has some tricks in it. It's got some single string picking, which if you've never done that before, it's a really good skill to practice. Then we're going to jump up the neck and get really syncopated, as well as throw in some of those jazz/swing chord harmonies there, whatever they're called. Okay, so if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, here in a moment, I'll ask you to come over to BanjoBenClark.com. You can become a Gold Pick member, and there you can see hundreds of videos, download hundreds of tabs, including this one. I've got a 30-minute video lesson over there where I show you how to play every note and then slow it way, way down for you. And then I've got the 3-page tab, exactly as I played it, in both PDF and TIFF file formats, and then 3 different speeds of downloadable rhythm tracks that you can get and practice along there at home. All right, so I'd be honored to have you as a Gold Pick member on the website, as many and many of you have. Let's dive into the first measure of Go Tell It on the Mountain. We're going to learn a really fun and fairly basic version of Go Tell It on the Mountain. We're in the key of G, standard G tuning. Now, at first I'm going to teach a very, very basic down-the-neck version that anybody can attempt and anybody can learn. It's a great way to see how you interpret a basic melody on the banjo. And then we're also going to learn an up-the-neck version that's going to get into some substitute-type chords and playing some harmonies, things like that. So that one's really fun too, no matter what level of player you are. Now, as we throw up the tab, you'll notice that beneath each one of the notes, there's little numbers or letter in a circle. That notates your right hand fingerings or your pick hand fingerings. So the T would stand for your thumb, the 1 indicates an index, and the 2 would indicate your middle finger. Now, what's odd about Go Tell It on the Mountain is it actually starts with the chorus. Okay, so we typically will sing Go Tell It on the Mountain first, and that's the chorus. Then it goes into the verse, and then we'll sing the chorus again. So that's what I've done with each one of these versions, down and up the necks. We're going to first learn a chorus, a verse, and a chorus down the neck, then a chorus, verse, and chorus up the neck. Now, our first measure that we look at in the tab is just a little kickoff measure. That's just to let people know that you're coming in. You can use it to establish the tempo, and folks can know that you're about to start picking on that banjo. It sounds like this. It's very simple. It starts on the second beat of the measure, and we're going to start just down there on the second fret of our low D string, and then we're going to hammer that open low D string back to a second fret, and then pinch the first and third strings together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, in the second measure, we're going to start into this melody of the chorus. Go tell it on the mountain. And I wanted to try to get as close to that melody as we can. So, go, that starts on that B note. Go. So I'm going to slide to get into that B note. I'm going to slide from the 2nd to 4th fret on the G string, and then play through the B string, and do a forward roll there. So that's the first 4 notes of measure 2. and then tell it on the mountain. We're going to play those exact notes. We're going to come back to the B string, and we're going to do a little bit of single string picking here, and this is really good for you if you've never done any single string picking before. We need to get to where we can play whatever string we need to with our right hand fingers, but we're going to start with the B string with our index finger, then second fret on the G string with our thumb, then we're going to play the open G string with our index. So we play the G string 2 times in a row with different fingers, then come down to the low D string, play the second fret, and then at the beginning of measure 3, we're going to play that low D string open with our index finger. So that little run looks like this. And you might find that you'll miss the strings a little bit as you first try to play that, especially when you come down and grab that low string with your index finger, but it just takes some practice and you'll get it. So measure 2 all together sounds like this. When we get to that measure 3, we start off with that low D string, then a pinch, then we're going to hammer G string to second fret, and then pinch the first 2 strings. Then measure 4, we change chords. It's over a D7, and I'm going to grab a D7 shape, the second fret on the G string, first fret on the B string, and we're going to just do 2 forward rolls in a row here. 1, 2, 3, and then release your middle finger and roll through again. Then come back to it and play G string, then your first string. Let's just play measures 1 through 4 slowly. And I have another video segment on the site where I'm going to play the whole thing through much slower than this. So don't get frustrated if it's a little too fast for you. It sounds like this. 1, 2. Now you'll keep your finger down because as we go into measure 5, we're going to start it with another forward roll, beginning with the slide. So the melody that we're trying to communicate here, everywhere, well, where are those melody notes? Everywhere. So I just thought of a kind of a cool little way to get up to that middle, that melody note. We're going to do a little melodic lick here. So we start off with that forward roll, and then I want you to grab the 4th fret of the B string with your ring fingers, and then your 2nd fret, there's that melody note with our index finger. And we're going to play that 4th fret with our thumb, then up to the 1st string, then back with your thumb, then back to an open 1st string, and then to 1st fret on the 2nd string. So measure 5 slowly sounds like this. You'll get used to that lick, and you'll find that you'll use that lick a whole lot if you need to jump up and grab this string, that note. It's just a great little lick. When we get to measure 6, we've already seen this measure back in measure 2. And then measure 7 is probably the most simple measure in the whole song. We've got a low D string, pinch, G string, and then pinch the first 2 strings making a C chord. Then we're going to measure 8, do that same forward roll, but this is kind of a forward reverse. We roll forward, then back down to the 2nd fret on the G string, then play the open G string with our index finger, then back to the 2nd fret. So it sounds like this. Measures 5 through 8 sound like this slowly. And that takes us to measure 9.